Hey guys, and welcome back into our weekly high school football show where we take a look back at the big storylines from last week and ahead to this week's big games. And the key takeaways for me last week were obviously Baylor just dropping the hammer on McCallie. They put up, it was a record number of points scored by Baylor for them in the series with a 44-12 win over McCallie. Just thoroughly dominated. They ran for well over 300 yards. Chicago Mills Knight and David Gabriel George's averaged 11.8 yards per carry. David Gabriel George's super sophomore, already has numerous offers from FBS level schools. That guy ran for 232 yards and 3 touchdowns, including 1 touchdown on the second play of the game. So Baylor, just a dominant performance, really showed that they are the best team in the state right now, regardless of classification. And that was recognized just today by Sports Illustrated. They are now ranked number 21 in the nation. So hats off to Baylor. Really got everything rolling there. They're off this week, as is McCallie. Kind of heal up from that game where I'm sure a lot of guys come away with some bumps and bruises. Get ready for the stretch run now to try to get those playoff seedings. Baylor right now looks like they're on cruise control if they can keep everybody healthy going into the playoffs. Also, big takeaway last week, Saudi Daisy just continues to find ways to win games. Last week, a huge region win. They come back and win with a last-second field goal to knock off Red Bank in a rivalry game, also a big region game that moves them up to the point now. Saudi Daisy, if they can just take care of business and beat Signal Mountain, they will take second place in the region, host a first-round playoff game. Marvelous job by first-year coach Josh Owensby and his staff getting those guys back up to speed where Saudi Daisy was just a handful of years ago. Now, competing for region championships, hosting playoff games. Really nice job by the Trojans. Also last week, Tyner with an upset win over Marion County in overtime. Kicked a field goal. The freshman who kicked it, Lucas Thomas, had never kicked a field goal in his life. Comes in, boots it in. Tyner walks away with the win, so hats off to them. And now this week, Tyner will host McMinn Central. Tyner still doesn't have a home field yet, but they play their home games at Ooltewah, so they will play McMinn Central in a game that could really help Tyner move up the region standings. That's what those two teams will be battling for in that game. Also this week, speaking of region standings, East Hamilton will travel to Walker Valley in a game that could determine the Region 4 5A championship. And now for Georgia, I'll hand the ball off to Lindsey Young.
Hey guys, big week in Georgia as the playoffs get near. A couple of big games highlight the schedule. The first one is in 7 AAA, where Northwest Whitfield visits Calhoun. Really tough place to win, Phil Reeve. They haven't played since '86 in the regular season. Northwest actually owns a 4-2 series lead. Not many teams can say that. To win Friday, they're going to have a big game from quarterback Gavin Knuckles. He's capable. He had a really good game last week. Calhoun, on the other hand, has played really well lately since a slow start. And if they win, it pretty much gives them a stranglehold on the region with just a couple of games left. The other big game is in Chatsworth, where Ringgold visits North Murray in a 7 AA game that the winner is probably going to have the number 3 seed, which will end up being a home playoff game since North Cobb Christian will be moved out to the private school bracket. Preston Pogue at North Murray, his teams are known for their big offenses, but this year they're playing really good defense, and they'll need it Friday against a Ringgold team that's gotten pretty much everybody back healthy. Quarterback Garrett Edgar is having a nice season, and North Murray, Hayden Hewlett is their main star. He has over 1,200 total yards, and they will need a big game from him because Ringgold's is coming off a 31-0 shutout of Union County. A team that handled North Murray pretty easily a couple weeks ago. The other big game, so to speak, is Chattanooga is hosting Christian Heritage in 7A Division 1. Chattanooga's going to have some success through the air because the Lions are pretty good against the run. But if the Lions should happen to win that game, then they have a clear path to maybe a number 1 seed in that region. That's it.